Hi everyone, welcome to my new video. Today I'm going to walk you through the code for my website. This project includes the home page, login and sign up pages, and how we have integrated Firebase for authentication and Firestore for storing data. Let's get started. This is the sign in page for the website. If the user don't have any account, he can redirect to the sign up page using this button, and he can enter all his details. So the account created successfully, and after successful completion the page will redirect to the sign-in page, and the user can enter his credentials to log in into the website. This is the dashboard for the website, and it is the home page. The details of the users which are entered in the sign-up page will be stored in the Firestore in the users collection. These are the details of the user. Now let us check the code for this. First, let's take a look at the home.html file. This file sets up the structure for our home page. We start with the basic HTML5 doc type, declaration with the head section where we define metadata, the title of the page and links to the external statistics and forms. In the body section, we have a navigation bar with links to the home page and the editor. Then we have the header section that welcomes users and encourages them to write a blog. Next, we have the block section where we dynamically load block cards using JavaScript. At the end of the home.html, we include Firebase and custom JavaScript files. Next, let's take a look at the login.html file. This file includes both the sign up and sign in forms. We start with the sign up form, which is initially hidden. Next is the sign in form, which is displayed by default. In login.js, we handle the logic for switching between the sign in and sign up forms. Now let's dive into Firebase auth.js. Here we initialize Firebase and handle user authentication. First we import the necessary Firebase modules for app initialization, authentication and Firestore. Then we define our Firebase configuration object with the project's credential. We initialize the Firebase app using this configuration and also set up instances for authentication and Firestore database services. We have a helper function show message. We have a helper function message which displays messages to the user. This is useful for giving feedback during registration and login process. Next, we set up an event listener for the sign up form submission. When a user submits the form, we prevent the details from submission behavior and extract the input values: email, password, first name and the last name. We then use Firebase create users server with email and password. We then use Firebase's create user with email and password method to create a new user. If the registration is successful, we store the user's additional data such as their first name and last names in the Firestore. We show a success message to the user and then redirect them to the login page. If there is an error, such as if the email is already in use, we display an appropriate error message. Similarly, we set up an event listener for the sign-in form submission. When the user submits the form, we prevent the default form behavior and get the email and password input values. We use Firebase sign-in with email and password method to authenticate the user. If the sign-in is successful, we show a success message, store the user's ID in local storage, and redirect them to the admin page. If there is an error like invalid credentials or non-existent account, we show an appropriate error message to the user. Finally, let's look at the home.js. Here we query Firestore to get block data and dynamically create block cards to display on the home page. And that's it. We walked through the core components of our blog website. We covered the HTML structure for the home page and login pages, the JavaScript to switch between sign in and sign up forms, and integration of Firebase for authentication, and Firestore for storing user and block data. Thank you.